Come see this in 1568, Health of a Nation, Flooding Provoked, Scousen on Franklin. This is a series where I summarize rantatonne posts made up of at least 3 things I've read, seen, or heard. First question. Are Americans able to disable their state's effects? When I think of the state, the socio-political organism that the state is, I think of it like a bird, but not just a typical bird, but maybe like a Portuguese man of war sort of creature that's made up of different things that come together to form a thing. Let me actually check and see what that's called. So what is often called a jellyfish is actually a species of siphonophore, which is unusual because it is comprised of a colony of specialized genetically identical individuals called zooids, clones with forms and functions all working together as one. So the state is like a siphonophore bird version, and the right wing is the right wing and then the left wing, but the right wing of it is fed or wants and sends signals to go towards warfare state things, and the left wing sends signals to go towards welfare state things. This section touches on the disability industrial complex in the United States of America and just how there's incentives for certain people who would technically be able to work or find jobs, but there's just money being given out there, so why wouldn't people misuse that? Next question. Is the solution to loss of narrative control a tsunami of information? Main focus of this is episode 5 and 6 of Provoked with Daryl Cooper and Scott Horton. With some of the things that they were talking about here, especially about truth, where it's good to not assume that everybody wants the truth about certain things, especially when dealing with things that you know are fictional but are being published as real. Take the new Superman movie. Even though I stopped reading comics some time ago, this is something that I've been interested in. Thought I was going to watch it. The second I saw, I think the second trailer, I was like, okay, that's something I want to watch. So I avoided watching any more trailers, discussions, and even now the reviews because I still haven't watched it. On the other hand, I've started watching anime again after being an avid manga reader. So I find something like Frieren that I hadn't heard of before, and then I'm like, this is an amazing show. I want to see if there's more, find out there's manga, read forward. There's going to be at least 5 more seasons from what I've seen in there. But it's still not going to make me not want to watch the show. So I'm not quite sure when finding out information about the background of what's going to happen spoils it for me or not. But when it comes to politics, when it comes to sociopolitics, when it comes to these high-level things, I think people have kind of just accepted that politicians are going to lie to you. So if you tell them certain truths about what's going on, they might actually be offended and attack you for spoiling their suspension of disbelief, because this is just the way they survive in the world. Back to entertainment industry, there was a time when the studios were against people releasing spoiler content, but I think they've switched to just embracing the creators on YouTube, giving them behind the scenes content, because they figure more information out there, the more chances people are to hear about it and come to it, and those people who want to avoid things can do it, and if they can't avoid things, fewer of them will be put off. Although sometimes like the algorithm is not helping me with Death Stranding 2. I still haven't finished Death Stranding 1. And I think there's something like that going on in politics too. Maybe they're saying that now that they can't control the political theater narrative, let's just let them know everything that's going on. And that way it's not like it's quiet, then, oh, something comes out, we're outraged. It's just constant, just, okay, this is another horrific thing that they're doing, while they're going to be doing something else next week. Last question. Who was American before America? I still think there are enough Americans who the Founding Fathers would recognize as mentality kin, and in defensive kind of timeline, the Founding Fathers themselves were also exceptional in their time. They're not the mythical beings that political theater paints them to be, I think mostly so people can buy into that American dream. If you reveal the human beings that they were dealing with the reality of America at that time and what they created from that, that is more inspirational for us to see what we can create with the reality today on this whole spaceship Earth that we're on.